I'm on a set of Generation Iron, and I'm taking my new favorite supplement, Game Face. I used to take Alpha Brain, but it's twice as strong, and I'm a big nootropic guy, and I need it when I do films like this. So, like me, I think you should get your Game Face on. All right, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna do a quick, just talk a few things about, just clear the air, but a few things that videos I've put up, and just get you up to speed. Okay, first of all, I've done a few of the short videos, okay, and one of the short videos I had was about a dog, my friend, he raises pit bulls. Now, I haven't seen my friend. Okay, I haven't seen him in about 10 years. And the thing with the dog, it's, you know, it's a short, so I had to say it fast. You get a minute to say that bullshit. But the few things that I have to clarify. First of all, my friend, I haven't seen him in about 10 years or more, all right? And he raises pit bulls. I don't agree with him. I'm an animal. I love animals. I got dogs here, okay? But if you watch the short, I told you in the thing, him and his brother would hold up 2x4. The dog would jump up, grab the 2x4. They'd punch it like a fucking heavy bag. The dog wouldn't let go. They'd hit the dog with 2x4s on the head like this while the dog was still holding on, wouldn't let go. They were training the dog to be vicious, okay? And these dogs fight. And he breeds these dogs. But the one dog in particular was fucking insane. And I told you in the video that, it was so bad. I remember one time going over the house. I didn't say this in the video, but I'm going to tell you now. I remember one time going over the house. My face is peeling and shit from tanning, so relax. You see, like, white peels and shit on me. One time going over the house, I remember they used to keep the dog in the basement because you couldn't even keep the dog upstairs because the kids, he didn't want his fucking dog eating his kids and shit, okay? It was a giant pit bull. Gigundo. I think it was a pit bull mixed with bull mastiff. Not 100% sure, but I think so, okay? And I remember going to the fucking house. We were in the backyard. I could see in the basement. I see shadow moving around like this down there in the basement. Every once in a while, I hear a smack off the glass. And it was that pit bull. And that's why he kept it in the basement, because he couldn't keep it upstairs with the wife and the kids, because he was afraid. The pit bull really only listened to him and basically his brother, okay? And, I remember thinking, holy fuck, I told him, dude, this is like when you're in a boat and you're out in the ocean or in the water and you see this giant shadow of a shark swimming under the boat and it coming in and you're like, oh, fuck, because you could see that pit bull moving around in the basement. You always saw it almost like a shadow, and it hit off the glass, and when it would bark, like deep, vicious bark. And I've seen a pit bull, and it's crazy. And he'd have it on a chain, a fucking thing. He would do all kinds of crazy shit to it, but he was giving it steroids. And the pit bull was super jacked, like real muscular, like huge. The thing was like 135, 140, 50 pounds. I don't even know the exact number, but it was big. It was fucking big. And it was abnormal. And this thing could kill other pit bulls. It was just, he bred it that way. Now, I have a lot of people, after I told the story about him beating it on the head, and he doing it, put the fucking thing in his mouth, and he punched it like a heavy bag in the ribs, and fucking bang, 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 like this, right? Dog wouldn't let go. They did it purposely, since it was a puppy, so it would make it fucking violent. Then in the end, in the story I tell in the end, one day he calls me up, goes, bro, you're not going to believe this. He would let the dog up out of the basement when just him and the dog were home. When nobody else was home, when nobody else was home, the dog was allowed out in the yard. He would bring him out in the yard with a chain and everything. But he would leave him in the house. And he had to run out, and he came back. He said to me, Greg, you're not going to believe this. I come in the house, and I see a trail of blood. Everywhere, there's just a trail of blood. And he goes, I follow the blood, goes through the kitchen, out into the porch, the back screening porch. The dog went right through the screening porch, was laying out on the porch, and it had eaten its own leg off, and it was holding the leg in his hands, and he was chewing on it like a bone, right? And he looked at my friend, right? And my friend was like, holy shit, he shit his pants, right? My friend Tommy, he shit his pants. He was like, this fucking dog's gonna jump at me. So he ran, he got a gun, and he shot the dog. And I said, dude, why did you shoot him, and why did it chew its leg off? And he said, first of all, when they chew their legs off like that, he said, it's it's supposed to be a known thing. I don't know. Again, I'm not a dog breeder. But he said that means the dog has cancer. And he said the dog will never be right. And its brain snapped. So it killed it. Alright? It had cancer. And it killed the dog. But he still breeds other dogs. But that dog in particular, that fucking thing could fight a lion and win. And it had one eye because it fought a mountain lion. Or whatever the fuck, what do you call them things? It could, you know, one of those things. He brought it out. And they used to take it upstate. And fucking up in New York. And it fucking fought a mountain lion. And it came back. It killed a mountain lion. Okay? And he ate the fucking mountain lion, too, as a matter of fact. Half the carcass was eaten. But, he lost an eye doing it. So it's a fucking one-eyed Pitbull. Now, when I told this story, people were freaking out, telling me I'm, like, some was like you're a scumbag. Dude, I have nothing to do with that. All right? I don't condone giving a dog steroids. Okay, he used to give it, I know he used to give D-balls and treats and shit, and put D-balls in food, and he would inject it, and I think he's even shot it with growth hormone. I don't know. But I don't see him anymore, and I think it's dog abuse. Yes, I do not like that. Do you understand? So for some of you attacking me, I was just telling you a story. I think it's dog abuse. I would never do that. You're talking to a guy, me, who doesn't fish, I don't hunt, I can't kill an animal. I could kill a human before I could kill an animal. I'm telling you straight up, okay? I don't mean to sound fucked up. And it's almost happened with me, because I was a little fucking bots back in the day. But I'm just telling you, I don't agree with that, all right? And I can't eat anything I saw walking around. Like now, when I eat a steak, I know it's a, beef, it's a cow and shit. But to me, it's a steak, all right? And I don't see it walking around. If you showed me the cow, fucking cut its head off, and then fucking butchered the thing and cooked it up and put it on my plate, I couldn't eat it. I could not eat it, all right? So if I saw something walking around, my girlfriend's Mexican, her father has chickens, he snaps it in there, cuts it, fucking, and they'll eat that. I can't eat that, okay? I can't. So, that's that. The other thing. The Liver King. We talked a lot about that shit on, After Hours RX. Listen. The guy lied, all right? But so half the other guys on the fucking internet, they all lie. These guys, you know what I mean? There's people freaking out over Michael Hearn, who I really think could possibly be natural. Okay, I could be wrong. He could be. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger here. I don't care. That's the real thing. I don't give a shit. And, it's obvious that I knew all along the Liver King. I gave him the benefit of the doubt to say, okay, if he says he is, maybe he is. But the thing is, I like the fact that he's a family man. Okay, he did bullshit a lot of people, but you know what? If he got you to take liver supplements and organ supplements, believe it or not, it's a good thing. Not for nothing, those are good supplements, you know what I mean, to take desiccated liver. That's from back in the day. I took it. Schwarzenegger took it. All those guys from back in the day, they took that, okay? And if he's getting you to eat liver and testicles and all that shit, it's fucking disgusting. But it's good. It's actually good for you. It's good for you. The only thing he lied about is not taking the steroids. All right? And he did not get like that. He got like that from steroids because not for nothing, but his genetics suck, I think. All right? So if you watch this Liver King, simmer down. But, you don't got the broad shoulders, wide back, bulby legs. You got no legs. Fucking arms are not that great. But he has a beautiful body in a sense that chicks and get abs and pecs and chicks love you. They don't really care about arms. You know what I mean? Get abs and pecs and chicks dig that shit. So, he's got to shave the caveman shit. They wouldn't like that. But I don't think he's a bad guy because of his... I think he's bad that he lied. But I don't think he's good with his family. He loves his family. He involves his children and his wife. And if you're stupid enough to believe all that kingdom shit and the 9, whatever the fuck that talent shit is or whatever, all that shit's bullshit. And if you ate liver, you're only better for it. I couldn't eat it. But, my mother ate liver, kidneys, and lived on organ meats, fish, and all that shit. But she died of pancreas cancer. So, hello, goodbye. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's my thing about the Liver King. I don't care. That's the whole, I don't give a fuck what anybody does. The internet's full of bullshit artists. The internet's full of fucking people just trying to get that fame. This guy hired a camera crew who's nobody. Hired a camera crew for Hollywood producer and all that shit. Put together this character. And you guys fell for it. You know what I mean? Young kids today, they like that shit, you know? But if you wound up buying a liver supplement, if you wound up eating liver and balls, you know, because you wanted to look like him, you know, you're really not worse for it. You understand? It's good. It's actually good for you, but I can't eat that shit. But it's actually good food. All right? So now, let's get to the next drama. I also did a video about, like, Dr. Fauci. I gave a little statue. I showed a statue on one of the shorts that I did. And I showed a Dr. Fauci statue. Now, okay, I couldn't believe it. I walked out of my doctor's office. This is the doctor who's my throat cancer doctor, okay? And he happens to be the best doctor on the planet, okay, for that. You can Google him. His name is Dr. Eric Gendon. Okay, some people pronounce it Gendon, with a G. And he's out of Mount Sinai in New York City, because that's where I was, okay? I'm in Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City. So, you know, and I see him all the time. You know, I got to form friends with him and everything. But it was at his nursing station, okay? And in the nursing station, there was that statue. Now, I don't know if it's his or not, but a lot of people attacking me for that. Find a new doctor. Dude, he's a fucking phenomenal doctor. And there was a woman statue, too. I didn't run over to see it. Could have been a Hillary Clinton statue. It could have been Dr. Burks, whatever, that woman, you know, who also did the COVID thing. I don't care. I don't care. I just thought it was funny. He had a Fauci statue there. But there's people who are freaking out, telling me, get a new doctor. He's no good. I would walk the fuck out. Dude, he saved my life. I had three throat cancer surgeries in 5 weeks' time. Okay, they thought I was going to die. I was drowning in my own blood. I had to put me unconscious because I couldn't stop the bleeding in my throat. I was pulling chunks of, like, what looked like liver, but it was blood clots this big out of my throat. I couldn't breathe. Oh, that's the name of that. It was a Fauci statue, and it's in his office. I don't know if it was his. There's a few other doctors, I think, in there, but he also has like a whole nursing staff. And it was at like the back. In the back, there's like a nursing station, and that's where that was. All right. So for all I know, it could have been one of his nurses. But listen, you know how they all are. You know, doesn't mean I follow that. I think the guy's a tyrant, but that's neither here nor there. All right. Let's see. The other thing. Okay, let's talk about, the whole Olympia thing I just did on After Hours. All right, we just talked about, like, Big Rammy. I don't dislike Big Rammy. I actually like the guy. I met him in person. He was fucking huge. I met him when he was really nobody. I was with Branch Warren. Okay, me and Branch went together. We were waiting for Victor, because Victor Martinez is my friend, and I think he's the fucking one of the greatest bodybuilders ever. I love his physique, but he's my friend. I mean, we've been friends before this shit, you know what I mean? Way before, when he was young. I've been friends with him, because we were on the street together in New York, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But, so I'm waiting for Victor to come out, and this is at the Night of Champions. All of a sudden, this fucking Branch Warren goes to me, bro, you got to see this fucking guy. And out comes Big Rammy, and he's like, holy shit, this is Branch Warren, second to Mr. Olympia, freaking out over the size of Big Rammy. So later on, we're talking to Big Rammy. We're in a circle, and we're all fucking talking, you know. And this is when I worked for Muscular Development Magazine. He was so fucking big, Big Rammy. He was huge, all right? So I don't have anything against him. I just say, when I say I don't like the physiques of today, and it's too much drugs, guys freaked out. They fucking freaked out, because I don't think that Hani Shabat, or whatever his name, Chopin, I said I didn't think that he should have won the Olympia. I thought the Lunsford guy looked better. But that's neither here nor there. It's my opinion. All right? Relax. Simmer down. Simmer down. I said, oh, he's got a 40-inch rip waist, whatever. His structures, aesthetics didn't look so good to me. Like, he's the hardest guy, best condition, whatever. Okay? I get it. Relax with that. Simmer down. Don't attack. But what I'm saying is, I pissed a lot of people off, because a lot of those guys couldn't even compete. There's no way they're going to be fucking Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, any of those guys. Dorian Yates, Kevin Levrone, fucking Vince Taylor. I mean, these guys, even a good, in-shape Victor Martinez, their genetics just don't have that structure like those guys did. Flex Wheeler, all of them. Simmer down. That's my thought. Don't get, he's still stuck in the 80s and shit. No. And because I said the drugs were too much drugs today. And people are like, look who's talking, right? I loved steroids. I do. I still do. I kissed the bottle of test. Okay, but the problem is, I'm 63 years old. I'm going to be 63. I don't need to I can't get jacked or huge anymore, even though I'm still, pretty built. That's because I was built naturally, 23 years natural. But the thing is, I'm afraid to do that shit. So I just do the TRT, 200 milligrams every 10 days. And I don't do it all the time. I take breaks, because that's where my doctor has me doing it, because I'm under doctor. I don't get the shit I get it from CVS. Now, there's people saying, oh, he's talking about steroids. Oh, you like steroids? It's not steroids. If you listen to the fucking show, and Dave Palumbo and I have talked many times about it, okay, it's the fucking insulin. The insulin today is destroying bodybuilding. Guys are using too much of it. I have 2 friends that died from it, and even fucking Dave and I talked a little bit about it. I abbreviated his name, and Dave brought up his name. It's a guy who was a mutual friend of mine and Dave's, all right, that died. One of the guys. And I'm just telling you, die from insulin. You want to kill yourself? Take a fucking thing of insulin, just take a whole fucking full syringe, shoot that shit in you, and go to bed. You'll be dead. So, I just said there's too much. Guys are eating massive amounts of carbs, hundreds of milligrams of carbs in one shot, taking on, and that's why they change from hour to hour, okay? A real physique doesn't change from hour to hour. That's all gets all chemical. And that's all I meant. That's all I meant. I felt like too much chemicals today, and they're making the physique super jacked, but super distorted, okay? Super jacked, but super distorted. And that's all I meant. So simmer down. I wasn't putting steroids down. I love steroids. I'm the guy who took 6,000 milligrams. And I know some of you see, you took all those chemicals and you're putting chemicals down. No, I'm not. You're not listening. I never took insulin. I didn't take growth hormone either, because I don't like that shit. And if you have anything in you, cancer and that shit, and you start taking growth hormone, Dave Palumbo will tell you, you're throwing kerosene on a fire. Steroids, not so much. Anyway, by the way, my throat doctor, Dr. Eric Gendon, is now working on he's doing like lab work with steroids, anabolic steroids, testosterone, and everything, and he's seeing how they cure certain diseases. He's getting into that. This is what he does for a living. I'm talking about they're in research right now. So, and he's asked me, for my opinion and different things. So, anyway, so I wasn't putting that down and these guys down. I'm just saying too much chemicals. Everybody's trying to outmuscle the other guy. Just go with the lines of your physique. Stop fucking overdoing diuretics, which also can kill you in that moment. All right. I took diuretics when I competed, but I took only hydrodiol, and I didn't go crazy. I only took it the last day. All right. So, the other thing about after hours. I know some of you guys freak out. Valentino talks over everybody. He interrupts. First of all, they all interrupt. No, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of guys who interrupt. Don't kid yourself. But I'm definitely the main culprit of that. And the one thing is, what you don't understand is, listen to what I'm telling you. I don't know that somebody's talking. I don't hear. I'll hear Dave say something, and I'm like, oh, fuck that. No. All I hear is what he says, and my brain starts going off, because I'm Italian, from New York City. We're very animated. We talk with our hands. We talk aloud. We're boisterous, and we're hyper, and that's what I do. And I don't mean to talk. It's not like I hear somebody talking and go, I'm just going to talk over them. Fuck that. No, I don't hear that somebody's, well, yeah, Dave, talking like this. Well, I'm fucking going hyper. I hear Dave say something, and I'm jumping on it. Do you understand that? That's all that is. And it's called after hours. Dave loves the chaos. Dave doesn't want to sit there with a mute button or shut everybody the fuck up. He's not going to do that, okay? It's after hours. All right? And there's plenty of times I start saying something, and I back off like this, and I wait till the person's done. There's plenty of times. You watch the shows. I'll say, but Dave... But Dave, and I wait. But a lot of times I hear him say something, or I hear one of the other guys say something, and I jump on that. Like, it goes in my head, and I don't hear anybody else saying something. I just say oh yeah, that's bullshit. Like, I'll say like that. It's just a hyper thing. It's not like I'm doing it to be rude. All right? We actually all really get along very, very well. And we all really love each other. We even tell each other, bro, I love you, bro. We've all been together. Look, COVID. Listen, Corona. I've been I've been friends with Dave and John Romano and Jimmy the Bull. These are the 90s, you understand? And George, we've all known each other a very long time. All right? I'm not some guy, I've been in the industry longer than all those guys. All right? So I'm just telling you, simmer down. It's not what you think it is, It's, Dave likes the chaos. And also you got a lot of guys on that show. So when you get a lot of guys and then you have a guest, everybody's trying to get a word in, and that's what happens. But when I hear somebody say something that, like, either stews my clams or gets me fucking, like, I hear it, insulin this or that, and I'll be like, no, because I just hear him say, I don't hear somebody else trying to, because those other guys, they'll, like, talk real low like this. Well, I think that, and I don't hear that, so sorry, all right? So simmer down with all of that, please. Give me a break. Stop fucking around. What's going on is Gregg Valentino, and I made a deal with myself for the New Year's. I'm going to start eating good. So that's why I'm eating meatballs, all right? Because I'm also a New York Guinea, and I talk with my mouth full. Now, wait a minute. My girlfriend, she was eating this. She would put this shit on there. It's got her father's picture right there. But I can't handle spice. But what I do to kick it up a notch is I'll take Game Face. GameFaceSupplements.com. Right there, bro. Buy 2, get 1 free. Nootropic Smart Drug. Put it right on the fucking meatball. Look at that. Okay? Right there. Gotta wash it down with a little root beer. Diet root beer. Anyway. You need to put your Game Face on. Whoa! That's a spicy meatball. Well, anyway, that's it for this week. Listen, I'm going to do more. I'm going to do some more shorts and everything. I got so much going on. You have no idea. So, if you like this, you got to subscribe. Because when I see, oh shit, I'm getting all these subscribers, I got to fucking, and I'm not making any money, so forget about that. All right? But it makes me want to do more. All right? I feel like, I get these subscribers. They're waiting. I got to do a video. I got to do something. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm not some guys trying to be YouTube. If that was the case, I'd be doing videos every day like all these other guys, just talking about anything, talking about everybody else's drama. I don't sit here and make videos about everybody else's drama. I either tell you stories or talk about my opinions or tell you what's going on. I talk about my own shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's a little rough for me at times, And, oh yeah, I just talked about the rat video in Dave's, I'm all over the place. I told you I'm hyper. I talked about the rat video, all right, one with you and Dave at the last show. So I'll stick a video in here. If you watch the Generation Iron, the rats, with me with the rats, that's what Bob Bono's story. But me with this girl that I dated, all right, it's a different girl, okay? But, we would date, I was dating, and I was telling the whole story about the rats. Watch the After Hours. I'm not going to go into the whole fucking story here. But, the infestation off of Allerton Avenue in the Bronx. I used to be there every night. That fucking girl, there was tiny little fucking cockroaches, and it was giant. They were everywhere. They were on the ceiling. You couldn't take a grain of sand, throw sand in the air, and that's how many fucking cockroaches there were, right? And they were everywhere. And it was so many rats that she had to put the fucking... I said this, I'm just telling some of you guys who didn't see it, so relax. If you did, relax. She had to put the shit, fucking dishes, everything went in the fucking cupboards. Like the, what do you call it? Your cupboards. And, she put, the rats were in there, excuse me. She took everything out of the cupboards, but the dishes, everything went in the refrigerator. But if you open the cupboards, everything was in there. The rats were all over the fucking place. And then, when I would want to do the bafangul with her, I couldn't go in the bedroom because sometimes there'd be rats on the sheets. They had a kid sleeping in a fucking cage. A kid sleeping it was a giant bird cage with his slats only like this big, you know what I mean? He was okay. He was an infant, you know what I mean? But they kept him safe. When he would go to sleep, it was big. They put him in the cage because they didn't want the rats to get at him. And still cockroaches found their way on there. But anyway, so the kid would be in the cage because the rats were everywhere. So I remember laying on the floor and it was fucking, I'd look on, you see underneath the fucking couch that was in there, you see little black shadows running around. Those were rats. It was unbelievable. I remember fucking there and I could see the rats on top of the fucking couch, running around. It was crazy. I talked about that. So I'm going to show you right here the story, the infamous King Buffet story. This is a video I made for Generation Iron, but I'm going to show you the actual place where it happened. I'm going to talk about it, right, where I talk about the rats, where they came out when I was going to the bathroom, and they would jump into my pants. I'll show you that video right here. Alright, this is the exact dumpster right here, right there, exact spot. That's the spot right there, right behind this dumpster, right here, nighttime. All rats. This was all rats. That was all rats right there. That's the exact dumpster I was right behind when I pulled my pants down to go to the bathroom, and they came out from underneath and started jumping through right here. I was right here like this. I was right here like this. And when I pulled my pants down, they came out from underneath, and they were jumping. They were jumping right through my pants. Right here is the spot. There was all those rats. This was all alive. For every leaf you see, there was a rat. There was thousands of it. They were running into the rock wall. They were everywhere. I fucking hate rats. Maybe I was eating a rat that night. Maybe that's why. That would make them cannibals. Okay? And then I'm gonna get off here now, but I'm gonna make some more videos, alright? So simmer down, stop attacking, don't worry about shit. We're gonna get more done, alright? I got so many little projects and bullshit I'm doing and other personal shit that's happening here. It's like, you know, I'm a dog chasing his tail forever. I'm an ant on a treadmill, you know, going around and, you know. Alright. I love you guys. You know, stop fucking around. I appreciate all you guys being here. Merry Christmas. Happy fucking New Year. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Again, subscribe, like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Alright? The game face I use, that gets me fucking hyper enough. It's a nootropic, man. It's not a pre-workout, but there's no nootropic better than that. 800 milligrams of lion's mane in a serving. Go fucking Google that. DHEA, all these other fucking things. Alright? I do take that. I don't own a company. Don't ask me for free samples, because I get guys asking. I can't give you... I have nothing to do with they're my friends. But they're fat fucks that just made the supplement for, you know, because for Alzheimer's. It's a whole different... I'm not even going to get into it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright? I hope this clears a little bit of the air. I hope you guys kind of get what's going on. Alright. Stop fucking around. You fucking momos.